Hey everyone, Ashley here. Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies, and welcome to my review of Knock at the Cabin. While on vacation at a remote cabin, a young girl and her parents are taken hostage by four strangers who demand that the family make a choice to keep the world from ending. Before I get into the review, if you'd like to support the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos I'm posting. Time for the review. So, Knock at the Cabin is, at times, a very intense home invasion thriller, and this might surprise a lot of people, but I actually think it's one of M. Night Shyamalan's best films in years. Now, I'm not saying it's his best film ever, because it's not, but given recent entries like Old, it's definitely a step up. So the film takes the home invasion concept, the idea that you are in your home or a place where you feel safe, and then suddenly you aren't, right? So it takes that concept and then adds another level of fear. And this level of fear is basically that there is an impending apocalypse. So basically in this case, with Knock at the Cabin, you have Wynn, a young girl who is enjoying a relaxing getaway with her two dads at a cabin in the woods. And their vacation is disrupted when four strangers show up and basically tell them that, there's an apocalypse. The world is ending. But you can prevent this apocalypse if you all make a choice. And that choice is to decide which one of you you're going to sacrifice. And so this film is working with a lot of different themes. And most of the themes and ideas that this film is working with are very surface level. But, they do make you think, what decision would you make if you were faced with this kind of choice? And also, do you believe the people who have shown up and say that the world is ending and this is how you prevent it from ending? So I said this is M. Night Shyamalan's best film in years, and I mean that. He does a really good job with playing into the tension. And in many ways, he does this by having really close-up shots, almost claustrophobic shots of the actors in their scenes. I love the use of how the camera moves around in different scenes. Sometimes it kind of flips upside down and goes into a room. I really like the sound and how it's used in the film. Again, a lot of really great decisions were made in this movie to really build that tension. Where the film kind of wavers is really comes down to the premise, which I really feel like you have to buy into, which I did not, which is why the film overall for me is just okay. I still think it's M. Night Shyamalan's best in many, many years, but it just kind of was fine for me. And I think that's because I didn't really, buy into the premise. And it's not so much a suspension of disbelief. It was mostly just the premise itself didn't grab me. And so that's what hurt the film for me. The cast is really wonderful. You have Jonathan Groff and Ben Aldridge as the gay couple who are on this vacation with their young adopted daughter, Wynn. And they're great. I really liked those two together. And I really liked how the emotional pull that they bring into their performances and into the story. They do such a great job. And they're shown in flashbacks too, because most of the story is contained to the cabin, but there are flashbacks here and there to give more context to their relationship, and I thought that was very effective as well. And then you have Dave Bautista, who is just fantastic in this movie. I really have been enjoying Dave Bautista's choices, his film choices as of late. I really do think he is a really strong actor, and I like the roles that he picks for himself. And in this role particularly, I think is very fitting for him because he plays a character named Leonard, who is one of the strangers that show up and say, the world is ending, and we've seen these visions, and this is how we can prevent the world from ending, but you have to believe us. And he is so effective in this role because, Dave Bautista is a big guy. And so physically he has this really commanding, intimidating presence, right? But his character Leonard also has this very calm, gentle side to him. And so he delivers his lines in a very calm, measured manner. He's very polite with the characters that he's interacting with to a point. But he does, you get the sense that this guy doesn't want to hurt anyone, that he doesn't want this thing to happen. He just wants to make it stop. And I found that to be very, very effective, also chilling at times. And again, Dave Bautista is just great. So yeah, so Knock at the Cabin is an interesting film. It's not as deep or as thought-provoking as I think it wants to be. Again, a lot of the themes and ideas that this film is presenting in the story are very surface level. And that's not to say, I'm not saying it's a stupid movie or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that a lot of what it's showing is not surprising in any way, right? Like, you're not going to sit there and think, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that, because it wasn't, there's all these different layers there. It's very much on the surface. But it does have a wonderful cast, especially Dave Bautista. It's a well-made film. M. Night Shyamalan does a fantastic job here with this film. And so I do think it's entertaining, even if it's not the best film I've seen in a while. So those are my thoughts on Knock at the Cabin. If you've had a chance to watch the film and you want to share your thoughts, you can do so in the comment section below. While you're here, like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this.